our San Antonio Spurs blew out the Oklahoma City Thunder for the second time in the last 3 games.
Go, Spurs, go, 'cause the Giants stink.
What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. TGIF. What a game last night. The Spurs destroyed the Thunder 118-91. And yes, they can win Game 7. How? Well, here are my top 5 keys to victory for Saturday night. While going over this, remember the Spurs won games 4 and 6, but they lost game number 5. First one is defense, specifically against the reigning MVP, SGA. In game number 4, he had 19 points and only 7 free throws. In game number 6, he only had 15 points. I believe that's a season low, and 3 free throws, both losses. And in the win, he had 32 points and got to the line 17 times. You need to play disciplined defense against SGA. I know the refs can affect this, how the night's going to go, but you can't be touching him when he's flopping. When he's flopping like a fish, just do this. Keep hands off, because you're touching him, giving any kind of little push or anything. The refs are probably going to give him the whistle, especially at home. Hands off of SGA when he's shooting. Just keep a body on him, play physical, but when that shot's coming up and he's doing that leaning stuff, pull the chair. Whoops, there he goes, flopping around. See ya. We know we can stop this guy. We know. In this series, he's averaging 24 points per game on splits of 38, 26, 96. He's hitting his free throws, but 38% field goal percentage to a guy that shot 50% all season. And you take his free throws away, he's averaging 15.5 points per game. The Spurs defense has shown multiple times they can stop him. Stephon Castle, Devin, De'Aaron Fox, Carter Bryant, keep switching it up. Put the pressure on him and make him use up his energy on that side of the floor so he's got nothing on the other end. Sticking with defense, the perimeter defense. Do not double team and leave guys open. Specifically, Alex Caruso, who's been a difference maker in this series. When we left him open in the corner, he scored 22 points in Game 5. But in Game 4 and 6, where the Spurs were not just leaving him standing there to just do whatever he wants, 0 points on only 1 field goal attempt in Game number 4, and 7 points on 7 field goal attempts last night. The defensive plan for Game 5 obviously didn't work. Whatever you did in 4 and 6, do it again. I know guys, by the way, are going to get open at times. It just happens. Rotations get missed, or there's a good screen, whatever. But that corner has blatantly been open numerous times throughout many games in this series, and Caruso's fed off it as well as many other players. Don't double team. Up next, Wemby. Take a look. The 2 wins, he had 11 points in the first quarter, and the loss in those 3 games, he had only 2 points and only 2 field goal attempts. Get him going early, preferably in the paint. Last night he had it going from 3. Okay, that's not ideal, but get him established early that he is the owner of the paint. This is my house. It has painted hardwood floors, and only my teammates are allowed to come in. Huh? Anybody got that one? No, that was just random. An old callback. Granted, his energy will have a lot to do with it. He was lethargic in Game 5. I got to think with the biggest game of his career, he's going to come out full, just ready to go in Game 7. Didn't have to play a lot of minutes last night. Played less than 30. But get him going early. This is your best player on both ends of the floor, and only 2 field goal attempts in the first quarter is not going to get it done, which it didn't a few nights ago. Get Wemby going. And then the rest of the team will go as Wemby goes. The bench. And speaking right now, I'm going to take a look at Dylan Harper. I think he's been a really good X factor for us. Because when he's on the court, he can make a difference at both ends of the court. In Game 4, he was a plus 25. In Game 6, he was a plus 19. Of course, they both won. And then in the loss in Game 5, a minus 7. Our bench is going to be critical in Game number 7. Dylan, I think, is a big part of it. But Keldon, Luke, Carter, and HB got to step up and play their best basketball, especially Luke Kornet. You've had some good moments in this series. You've had some bad moments. But it is crucial that you play well enough that the Spurs can either maintain the lead or extend the lead, as that actually happened last night. The Spurs were on a 7-0 run. Luke came in, and before you know it, it became a 20-0 run. That's the production we need from you, Luke. Just maintain. I'm not asking you to go out there and be something you're not, but just being the solid backup center you've been for us in the regular season. We need that in Game number 7, as well as everybody else coming off the bench. Last but not least, maybe you've seen this coming. All I ask for is a fairly officiated game. And sure, the Spurs have no control over this. The Thunder have no control over this. Scott Foster may be the referee. in game number 7. He reffed game 4, in which the Spurs won 103-82. But there's been way too much talk in this series about the refs from both fan bases, myself included, because the officiating's been awful. Contrary to what Adam Silver says, the officiating has been absolutely awful. The worst example, in my opinion, is game number 5 with Tony Brothers and crew. Just absolutely egregious missed calls left and right. I don't want to have to talk about the referees at all. I've said this numerous times in videos. Whatever happens game 7 Saturday night, I'm going to do a video Sunday morning. Shoot, I might not be able to do it. It's crap. I got plans Sunday morning. I'll do a video at some point Sunday. I'm going to have to talk about game number 7, whatever happens, but I hope the focus is not in the refs at all. I hope the better team wins, whether it's the Spurs or the Thunder, and neither fan base can point at game 7 and say we lost because of the refs, because there's been a lot of that on both sides. We've had calls go our way. Obviously, they've had calls go their way. I do think they've gotten maybe a little more than we have. Maybe some of you are going to say a lot more TSR. You're being a little nice, and maybe. I mean, Mason Plumlee getting reviewed for a flagrant 1. Okay, fine. Why wasn't Isaiah Hartenstein reviewed for a flagrant grabbing Stephon Castle's hair? So yes, there are certainly moments in series that are scratching your head, but I don't want any head scratching for whatever happened in game 7. We just look at the series and go, okay, you know what? There was some bad officiating through games 1 through 6. I don't think game 6 was actually bad last night. There were a couple of calls, but overall I think the officiating was better. If any Thunder fans are watching, they're going to say, of course you think the officiating was better. You won. Okay, fine, whatever, touche. But I just want a good game. I don't want to see anybody going to the line 20 times for either team. I don't want to see Wemby going to the line 12 times. I don't want to see SGA going to the line 17 times. I just want to see a good basketball game where the focus is on basketball and the announcers aren't talking about how bad the officiating is, well, because that's the point we've gotten to. It's been so egregious. The announcers are calling out and saying, where's the ref? Bad call. Da-da-da. I don't want that at all. All right. A few other things I want to talk about. A few random thoughts to close out the video. De'Aaron Fox is clearly hobbled. It does appear that Dylan Harper is healthy now, but Fox is clearly hobbled. Shot very poorly the last 2 games. I will give him credit. He is stepping up everywhere else. The assists, not turning the ball over. He's been certainly a steadying factor for Stephon Castle, not turning the ball over a million times. But for us to win, he's going to need to shoot better than 4 of 15 or 1 of 9. That's 5 of 24. That's less than 25%. He doesn't need to go out there and score 20, but he needs to be a threat and not break. I guess he still is a threat, but he needs to not be breaking his shots, even a short midi. Whatever the Spurs can do in that locker room, Mr. Miyagi it up, I don't know, but we need him to be just a little better shooting. Everywhere else, though, props to him playing clearly injured. As far as Mitch Johnson goes, going to have to coach the game of his life. Use his challenges appropriately, use his timeouts when needed, make smart substitutions. If the Spurs are out starting this game on a crazy run like 15-0 and if there's 7 minutes to go in the first quarter, don't be yanking everybody because that's your normal rotation. And that is a great pop. We're seeing pop right there with Mitch. The 6 years I covered the Spurs on this channel, there have been numerous times where a player was hot early in the first quarter and then they would come out because it was just a standard rotation, standard substitution minute thing. Don't do that. If somebody's on fire to start this game in Game 7, leave them in. Leave them the whole damn quarter if they're cooking. I don't care. But don't pull people out just because you got to stick with your normal rotation. If they're absolutely killing it, keep that lineup in. Mitch, I'm counting on you. Will the Nuns make it to OKC? I don't know. They're 2-0 right now in the Spurs when they're at the arena. And as far as myself and I, Miss CSR, I'm going to wear the Keldon Johnson jersey. I just realized in this series, they're 2-0 when I wear the Keldon jersey. They're 1-0 when she wears her Stephon Castle Fiesta jersey. So we're going to be superstitious and wear those jerseys again tomorrow night. All right, that's all I got. Drop a comment down below. I want to work quite a bit here. What are your keys to victory? I'm sure I missed something here and there. I can't do... I do these on breaks. I can only get so much in. But your keys to victory, do you agree with some of the things I said in regards to keys? Or do you disagree and say, no, TSR... your bench isn't a factor. We don't have to get women involved early. I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. I always appreciate your feedback. And I do want to thank you guys no matter what happens tomorrow night, whether we win or lose. This has been the biggest season in our biggest year in the channel's history. We are growing at a faster rate than we ever have, getting more views, etc. While I don't do this for money or views or etc., you still want the channel to grow. You know, there's still that party that one day wants to get that YouTube plaque that says you got to 100,000 subscribers. And going into the playoffs, I wanted us to hit 40,000 subscribers before it was over. I don't think that's going to happen. What I do know has happened is we've had the most exciting Spurs season to date, and it's just getting started. So I thank you all very much for that. Hit the thumbs up if you'd like to support the channel and enjoy the video, and subscribe to become part of our awesome Spurs community. I'll see you tomorrow night for Game 7. Thank you, and as always, go Spurs go.